Hello there, welcome to another video of SwiftCat. In this video I'm going to show you how we can make mobile design by using Figma. And also how we can do the prototypes design, and also how we can import the assets, all these things into this wireframe. So simply what I have here is I just do have a launch screen, as you see on the screen. This is launch screen. I have put a timer or after delay property, so that after 3 seconds or 5 seconds or whatever we put there, it goes to the registration screen, and I have here registration, and I have here the login screen as well. And I can go back or also come back to this login screen, and if I click the submit button, it goes to the dashboard, which is having the analytics, some pictures, images, assets which I have imported over here. And finally I have a logout screen, logout button over here. So if I click that, it will be going back to my registration screen back. So it's very simple and easy, and it's a basic tutorial for the beginners who is designing the mobile design wireframe for the first time. So let's start doing it. First of all, what you need to do here is I'm going to www.figma.com. Here we are going to build up our prototype. I will provide this link in my video description, and if you are new to this Figma, you can find here get started button over here, where there is an option to either register with the Google account, or as you can register manually with your email and password. So after this, you can just click on the create account, and you can go there. A few questions they ask, that's fine. Since I already have an account, I'm going to click here login, and let me continue with the Google, and let me find my email. So I'm logging in my account. Alright, so what we have here is, if you're new to this, you can find here options like a new design file, new FigJam file, import file, all these things. If you have already a Figma file with you, you can just import it over here. This is like a whiteboard and some diagrams, which you can do some charts, all these things. Right now we are going to hear this section, which is having the new design file, which means a new design and the prototype over here. So I'm clicking this button. So this will redirect to a new page where this is something empty, and you have here option like layers, assets, all these things. And you have here find here option. This is the title of the file which you can name. So let me name it as freelance mobile. All right, and you can find here options here with the Figma main menu, which is for the file, edit, object, text, all these things. There is another way to do over here. You can find this one. This is having the frame section, slice, all these things. First of all, I'm going to click on the frame section, where you can find here on the right side there are frames for the iPhone, tab, desktop, presentation, watch, paper, everything else. So for time being, I'm going to take iPhone 14. Let it be iPhone 14. So you can find here option with the same width and the height of the iPhone 14 itself. This is a frame which created initially. So first screen which I'm planning to do over here is a launch screen. So I'm going to name it over here in the left side like a launch screen. All right, and in this video just make it very simple, which means like 2 or 3 screen setbacks, and so let's make it easy for the beginners who were learning for the first time. And I'm going to my desktop, and I'm going to find my folder which is having the assets, which is the images which we going to use in this tutorial. Alright, so I'm going to here desktop. I'm find Wireframe Figma. Here I have the mobile assets folder. Inside I have the assets which is required for this tutorial. I will be providing this image assets folder, which is for the mobile, in my video description. You can check that, and you can directly download and proceed further. Alright, first of all, what I'm going to do here is, since it's at a launch page, you can find here that in the status bar we have a battery, and then we have a status, we have the network and the Wi-Fi. So I'm going to click these all assets over here, And what other things we need? I have need a logo over here, so let me drag this as well. All right, fine, I think so. All right, I'm going to click this and drag it over here in the right corner, and you can make the width and the height. So let me give the size as 30. You can make it yeah. So I'm going to make the size as 30, and I'm going to do the similar thing. Click on the both images, and let's mix it with 30. All right, and now the next thing which I'm going to do over here is I'm going to give a time over here. Let it be 11. Okay, this is the text which you can select from here, and you click on this part frame and you can find here option. And this is the right side. You can change the font, color, everything else. So I'm just making it as medium and let it be of 13. I'm just clicking it and make space over here. Okay, perfect. Let me decrease this size as well. Let me make this in the middle. All right, so I have here the time, everything else over here, and this is the logo which I have here. I'm going to click this in the part, and let me move this guy in the middle of the screen. Okay, perfect. Right now I have my logo, which is the launch screen. This is the first screen which I'm going to show over here. Before proceeding, let me change the color of this frame to something like blue. So I'm giving a hex code glow here. Over here you can find the fill section, and I'm going to give here some color 336699, which is the hex color. Okay, let it be this color. Perfect. Now the next, this is my launch screen. So I have created my launch screen. So you click on this launch screen over here in the left navigation, and you just click on the command T. It's in the Mac, which the so that a duplicate screen will be created. And first of all, what you need to do here is I need to change the name of the frame. So this will be a registration screen, so I just name it as registration screen. Okay, so I'm going to do here red screen. I just want to color of white, so just click FFF to the hex color. If you want, you can just go white, type on white, so that the color will change over there. Okay, so this is the registration screen which I have here, and I'm going to take some assets from my image folder. This is a header over here, the image called header. So I'm just dragging it over here. Perfect. And the next thing is let's make some space between. Okay, right. And I need to bring here a few text fields, and also with the what do you call it, the fields for the registration, like username and password, or these things. So first of all, I'm going to take that to do this. I'm just taking two rectangle from here, which is from here, and just go to the stroke, and I'm going to change this as the color border color. This is a common thing which I'm going to use throughout the application. Here we can find option like a radius, a corner radius. I'm going to set it as 12, and inside fill color I just want to keep it as blank. I don't want to get filled with the color. Okay, and let it be in the middle, and I'm going to click on the text icon, which I need to give here the name as illustration. Perfect. Double click on that so that you can change the font, all these things. I'm going to give the font as 14 and give the color same color which I'm be using throughout the application for this project, the common color. Okay, so right now I have here illustration. Let me make it much more bigger. Okay, then I'm going to do some fields which I required is let it be username, or else we can say the email. All right, so I'm asking the user to log in with an email, suppose. So this is the thing over here. I have the email text field over here. Okay, and I have another thing. I'm just to copy this and paste another, and this one I'm going to name it as another one, and this will be of password. I'm copying that same thing, and another thing is I'm going to enable the user with the registration and with the social media like a Facebook or Google as well. Before that, let me go a button which is required for submit. Let me copy the same thing, actually that will be good enough. Copy this, Control V, have here, just drag it over here, and let me fill the color with something. And I'm going to give here the text, the same text, just copy this, and I'm going to change the color for this, type it as white, and let it be of bold 16, and I'm going to type it as submit. Perfect. Alright, so I have here the registration form with email, password and submit button. I'm going to take another text which is I'm going to say that as or via social media. So if you want, you can just frame the text, everything else from here, like middle align text, all these things, and doing, let me make it bigger. Clicking this, I'm going to change the color and let it be of regular. Align the middle of the screen. Okay, now I'm going to bring another person over here, which is the link for the social media. So I'm going to my assets folder. I'm going to click and drag the Facebook and the Google icon over here. can click on the button and you can change the font width and height if you want. Let be 45 45. I'm giving 45 45. So if you want to change the same line, this you can check here the axis like x 376 176. So let me check for the y here, 176. Oh god, something wrong. It's right. Okay, let it be here. Okay, so now like it looks good, like I have here Facebook and Google button. And what I need to do next here is let me run this before I'm clicking on this launch screen. And next will be the prototype, how you can do this is from the design kind, and you can find here the prototype here. So this here you have interaction plus button, so I'm clicking that. I'm going to say this as on tap. Instead of on tap, I'm giving that as after delay, and I'm giving like a 3000 millisecond, which is 3 seconds. I want to navigate to the screen which is for the registration screen. Actually this is a launch screen, okay, and this is my first screen and this is my flow one. You can change the which starting point from here. This is the flow one. I have the launch screen. After 3 seconds I want to redirect to the screen which is having the registration. So you have here the run button over here, or you can find on the right top corner. So you click that so that this will go for a presentation on how we did so far. Okay, so let's check what it's going yet. So have here registration. Let me go to restart. Okay, this is restarting. After 3 seconds it went to the screen. Restart. Okay, I'm missing here the Facebook icon. Let shall we wait for some time? Okay, oh, I have here the Facebook button over here. Let me change that. Let me drag it inside this and let me run it again and check. Actually that frame went outside. Now we have the Facebook and Google button. Let me restart this. So this is restarting. 3 seconds goes to our registration page. So far so good. Okay, so far so good. Next is I need to generate a login screen. So before going that, what I need to do here is let me click on this screen and let me say Command D, so that then the screen will be there. Just let me drag it over here. So this screen which I hear is going to be login. Right, perfect. So before starting the login, we will be giving some redirection from here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring a text over here and saying that already registered, then login. Simple. So I'm going to get the design over here. Let me highlight and change this semi bold and change the color And here with the login, I just want to do the underline, so I'm highlighting this login part and just decoration, go and click this. So the good thing is in Figma is we can just in one text field you can just go multiple part with the multiple I mean you can have different fonts and different kind of customization in one single text. Okay, that's a good part. So I have here the already registered button. Oh, sorry, it's like a text, and I'm going to here so give some connection over here. Going to prototype, and you can find here the submit. You can go here. There's a plus button pop-upping. You just click and drag it over here. That's a page which I need to go. No, here this is a registration, so I need to go to home page. So I'm clicking from here. Actually, this one already registered. Okay, the user is redirected to the login screen. That's correct. Okay, so far so good. Right now I'm going back to this login screen and do some decorations over here. I'm going to give it as login. Okay, and let me field over here. Here's the email, password, submit. These are the things similar. And okay, you can go with the social media as well. If the user want to go back, I'm going to build an asset which is from the image. Let me drag the back button over here and build the width as 45, and let me drag it over here. So I'm going to go the prototype over here, traction. Just click on the plus and let's say I need to go back. Okay, perfect. Shall we run this and check? Okay, let me run. Alright, I have here, let me restart it again. Freelance. Okay, so I have here the registration screen with the user email, password, submit button, and also have it already registered. Let's just click on login. You can find here you will be going to navigating to the login screen, and if I click on the back button it will go to back the registration screen. Perfect. So we are almost good to go next one. So next I'm going to do is I'm going to create a home screen, or else you can say a dashboard, whatever. So I'm just clicking on the login screen and say command T, so that another screen will be generated. I'm just dragging it over here, and first of all I'm going to delete the prototype, back button this, and going to change the name as home screen. Home screen. Perfect so far. Okay, right now I'm going to do some more stuff on the design part. In the home page I'm going to delete the back button. Let me zoom it a bit. Alright, and now I'm going to click this and reduce this width of like 200. Let it be over here, and I'm going to delete the other stuffs as a whole. Just delete or backspace. You can select each one like this by clicking the shift button and just delete this whole. Alright, so since it's a dashboard, I'm going to just bring few assets over here, which is for the part. Let me drag an avatar. So I'm clicking this guy over here, and this is very big. Oh god. So let be of 60. I will make much more bigger this avatar. Okay, this one I have the dashboard, I have the profile picture, and I'm going to do a text over here like dashboard, something like that. highlight. Let me change the color. Okay, dashboard. And then I'm going to bring up few assets which I already have, which is for the graph and all these things. If you want to do a graph manually, what you need to do is you can click over here, you find here ellipse, and just click over here and ellipse over here, and fill the color with some red. And you can bring a ellipse line over here as well, like something, drag it over here, and you can change the color white by simply typing the white, all these things. And one more line I'm bringing and doing the same thing like here, so this gives a chart or graphical thing like somewhat. This is a kind of stuff. Instead of that, I'm just deleting this for time being, and I'm just bringing here the assets which I already have, like for the analytics. I'm going to resize this, give this size as 180. Let me align the middle of the screen. Okay, and another asset which I have for analytics, this one also. I'm going to change the width into 200. Let me change the width a little bit big, 250 let it be. Perfect. And one more. I'm going to give the same width of this, like 250. Click on the board, let it say. Okay, perfect. So I have here my dashboard with the status, spending items, budget, all these things. Right now I'm going to give some prototypes over here, which is going to prototype section. Click on this submit. This part you can find a plus sign popping up. You just click and drag it over here. Perfect. It's very easy. If you want to do manually, what to do here is just click on this part, you click on this submit part, and what you need to do here is you can find here interaction, click the plus button, and you find here tap. Oh, so this is the option which you have, a tap or drag or whatever, what action you need to take. So I just want on tap. So on tap, what I need to do is I want to navigate. Where I need to navigate, I need to navigate to my home screen. That's it. Simple. Let me change the spelling of this. Okay, so I have here the redirect button from submit. I have here from this submit, and also this will go to there. If I want to do the interaction with this as well, also I can find here. Simply like here. Google also can just go at here. It's very easy. Perfect. That's it. So we have here the dashboard, and right now if you want to give a login button, logout, so just click on this logout button over here, and I'm going to give this guy over here. Before that, let me do one thing. Click that. Let me click on this logout button. Let me change. Okay, Right now it's okay. And now I'm clicking over here, and just give it over here, and I'm going to, this is a logout icon, so if the user click on this, I just want to go to this part. Okay, so these are the things. Okay, so if the user want to log out, he can log out. Right now you can find here a back button which I direct directly. So instead of this, you can do another thing is on tab, just click instead of navigation, you can just click back. So it means that wherever the screen is getting to particular navigation of this screen, and if the user clicks on the next sorry, the previous button, it will navigate to whichever page it came from. All right, so that's all. And before this, I'm going to go some more time over here. Let it be 5000. Okay, so let me run this and check what we have done so far. Have here the splash screen and have the registration, and you find here the submit button. If I want to or go in login, I can click login. If I submit this, it goes to my dashboard, which is the home screen, and you can find here a logout button. Click that, you go back to the registration screen. That's it, simple. That's all in this video actually. And as I said, I will be providing the assets which is required for this tutorial in my video description. You can find that and download that. This is a very simple which we have created, just three screens, four screens altogether, which is having the launch screen, registration, login, and just simple air dashboard. That's it. So this is just in basics, so who are beginners who are studying for the Figma for the first time. And in the upcoming videos, which we will look much more deeper about the horizontal, vertical, and much more stuffs what we have in the Figma. All right, so that's all this video. Thank you for watching, lads.